The free $4,000 Christmas present. We're going to tell you how to get it. Stay tuned.
Good morning.
Oh, how are you, Billy Bob?
Hello. I feel like Father Christmas this morning because no one might not. Well, I think there's a lot of people that don't know about this secret Christmas present.
There's a lot, and it is beginning to look a lot like Christmas. You know what? It started. This is the official week where Christmas has set in my opinion. It all feels different. Kids are away from leaving school this week. Some parents are sneaking away early. People are coming into Sydney early. There's your sneaky people that go on holidays on the shoulders, and they save a lot of money by doing that as well. But this is the shoulder before Christmas where it starts.
I lost you for a sec. Earth to Mark. Mark's gone. Yeah, you're absolutely right though. It is slowly starting to set in. I have to say, we lost you for a sec there, but you're back now.
Back.
Yeah, you're right. We're on the countdown now.
It is. And then the RBA decides to meet to make us all, to electric shock us all today.
I thought we were going to get away with it. I thought maybe Christmas has come early and they're going to spare the pain for another, quarter, and we can start off fresh next year. But I don't think that's happening anymore.
Funnier things have happened, but I think it's a sure thing today that the rates are going to move. What do you reckon? 0.25?
Yeah, if it's anything more than that's really horrid. That's worse than a bad Christmas present. Luke says up 5.
All in the name of controlling inflation. I went for a walk past 20 restaurants on Sunday, and they were absolutely pumping. And a comment that Lisa made was, I thought like everyone's complaining, all those people in there are complaining about interest rates going up.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of people that are struggling, no doubt about that. But as you said, like restaurants are full. I think people are still spending. Yeah.
So anyway, great time of the year. Now, Billy, you've gone through a little bit of a journey, a $4,000 journey that you wanted to share with everyone today.
Yes.
So we know, obviously, people are conscious today about rates going up, but there are ways where you can get your money down and make some and put some money in your pocket for the year permanently. Can you tell us how the journey started and what happened?
Yeah, well, first of all, what if I told you your rates could be coming down for Christmas? You'd love me, right? So listen up. Yep. Here's how we're going to do it for you. I was at an open home, and by the way, before I start, I love saving money, or I hate giving it to the bank at least. So this was a huge shock to me, to be honest, because I thought, given I'd only had a mortgage sort of 9-12 months ago, I'd still be on a pretty good rate. Not the case. So I was doing an open home for one of our little entry one-bedders. An investor came through who happened to be a mortgage broker, and we got chatting. He was telling me that, we're kind of into our 8 consecutive rate rise now, and there's so much movement going on at the moment, banks really are looking to attract new customers with some pretty sharp rates. And usually before kind of pandemic, people were having their mortgages re-looked at every sort of 12, 24 months. He said, if you haven't had one in the last 6 months, you're already being stung. He said, you're not on a good deal. Go back to your bank. You don't even need to change your lender. You don't need to go somewhere else. Just go back to your existing bank through your broker and tell them, I'm not happy with the rate. Can you do something better for me? And
so, Billy, just for people that don't know, every single time the RBA has put the rates up, the banks have taken an extra cut of interest for themselves. So if the rates have gone up 0.25, some banks have put them up 0.3. Every time the rates went down, the banks took a cut for themselves. So the rates went down 0.25. Yeah. The bank would say, look, we're only going to put them down 0.2 on our end, but we're still going to put them down 0.2. So whether those rates went up or whether those rates went down, the bank has taken a permanent extra clip for themselves. They don't ask, they just do it. And they let you know that that's going to happen.
Yeah, that's right. And so this great guy came through and he said, it's obviously a question you have to ask, because on my loan, I ended up saving 0.5%, which is massive. We're talking like the difference of maybe close to probably 300, 350 a month. And so if you put that over, the year, now we're talking the cost of a new phone or a nice couple of suits, TV, whatever you want for Christmas. This is what we're talking the difference of. I can't even imagine what it would look like on a house.
So how did it go? How did it go? You rung the bank, or your broker rung the bank, or so you sort of stepped away from this appointment and you're thinking, man, you know what? This is a free question. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do. Well, why didn't you do it earlier?
I didn't think about it. I'm not going to lie. I've just come back from some time away on a holiday, but it was the last thing that was on my mind. All I could think about was managing my cash flow to meet these new rate increases. Just making sure I'm, not going to be in trouble on the cash flow. But I never thought it could be coming back down. So I was absolutely amazed. It's almost speechless. So I got on the phone with Gary, my broker. He called the bank, and then he called me back the same day and said, look, great news. We've actually got a 0.5% reduction, which is better than his rate as the mortgage broker. So he said, now I'm calling the bank. They can't be giving my clients better deals. I'm calling the bank now, asking for the same thing.
And I wonder how his conversation goes. He calls the bank and he probably says, hey, my client's can get this rate or this rate somewhere else. Can you do something?
Pretty much. I think he mentioned that on your occupation, when you put your application in, you put your job title. So I think mine must have been real estate. And he said this is a good opportunity for the banks to, you keep getting the referrals. Once I guess anyone's talking to friends and family, right, through referrals, the banks obviously want to make sure, that they're spoken in a positive light. So I think that might have helped.
Which bank?
St. George.
What a saint.
What a saint. Yeah, I was amazed.
So your broker calls you back and he goes, Billy Boy, Billy Bob, you got 0.5 off. And you just go, what?
Yeah, that was my first question. Holy, that's crazy. And then second question, I was like, when does this come into effect? Because, like all the banks, you must think, maybe next month. Turns out it was overnight. So before I was only like 3 days from my my mortgage repayment coming out, but this saving came in before that, 3 days before. So it was instant, pretty much overnight, it was changed. So yeah, guys, you got to do this.
And look, I guess it's for a bank, it's much cheaper to retain a client than it is to bring on board a new client, process all the paperwork, pay a broker. I think they're looking at the fate, and then not only that, some of the banks are paying $3,000 or $4,000 cash to bring on new clients as well. So I guess it makes sense to pass that saving on to you. But the thing is, this $4,000 that you're going to be saving in interest rates, it's going to reduce the length of your loan. It's going to reduce the total amount of interest you're going to be paying over that period, and it's going to stick. So yes, it's 0.5 now, but that's just going to continue this month, next month, month after. You have to keep asking for it. It's there, and it's pretty much there for the life of the loan.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think everyone is being hit at the moment, if you're on a principal and interest, loan, you're paying so much in interest that it hurts. For every like $10,000 of principal you pay, just the interest, if you do the numbers, it kind of blows your mind what kind of deal the banks are on at the moment. So it all helps.
All right, great story today, guys. So one of the reasons that people don't do this is it's generally a financially prudent, confident, optimistic thing to do. And if you're not in that frame of mind, you will not ask. What I mean is a lot of people do not have the ability to get a new loan.
Yeah.
They don't have the ability to get the same loan that they already have if they reapplied for it. So generally, when you're in that frame of mind, you generally just like bury your head and you don't communicate with the bank. You don't communicate with your broker. You just you stay silent. So I think for people out there that don't have the capability or ability to get to renew that loan or that confidence to renew that loan, this is just a genius thing to do, and it's simply a call away. I get that it's a confident call, but definitely if you people are strapped in at all, or you know what, if you know any friends or family that are, share today's story with them and say, mate, I know you're talking about you had the shits with interest rates. Watch this, what these guys did. So share, please share.
Please share. Yeah, I'd love for this to go all around the country. It's like Robin Hood. So give it back to the people. But
it doesn't make sense. It's counterintuitive.
It is. And for the record, I would definitely be in that category, Mark. We know for a fact, we've looked at the numbers. The lending I got 12 months ago would not be the same today. If not half. I don't know if it'd be possible at all. It's just crazy what income you need now to borrow the same amount of money that I did. So, I was really, really fortunate in that regard. But don't let that stop you from going back to the bank. And if you not think you got a good deal.
Legend.
Yeah.
Everyone, hope we helped you today. Billy Bob, thank you for sharing your story. Anything else we want to talk about before we grow?
No, we've got another really exciting episode coming on soon, though. How this is a good Christmas present. How $20 made an owner $30,000 in a sale. That's one for next week.
It's the little things. It's the little things that make big things.
That's it.
Have a great day.
Thanks very much. You too.
Merry Christmas. Officially.
Cheers. You too.
Very much.